The tombs of Qam el-Shokhafa are a historical archaeological site located in Alexandria, in the Qam el-Shokhafa area, south of the Mina al-Basil neighborhood. It is considered one of the most important cemeteries in the city, and is considered one of the 7 wonders of the world in the Middle Ages. The cemetery consists of a series of Alexandrian tombs, statues, and archaeological remains of pharaonic funerary cult, and because of the time period, many of the features of the catacombs at Qam el-Shokhafa combine Roman, Greek, and Egyptian cultural points. Some of the statues were made in Egyptian styles, but bear Roman styles in clothing and hairstyle, while other features share a similar style. There is a circular staircase in the middle of it, leading to the tombs that were dug inside the rock during the era of the Antonine emperors, 2nd century AD, and it was mostly used to transport deceased bodies. The importance of the cemetery is cultural points. Some of the statues were made in Egyptian styles, but bear Roman styles in clothing and hairstyle, while other features share a similar style. There is a circular staircase in the middle of it, leading to the tombs that were dug inside the rock during the era of the Antonine emperors, 2nd century AD, and it was mostly used to transport deceased bodies. The importance of the cemetery is due to its vastness, the abundance of its decorations, and the complexity of its planning. It is also considered one of the clearest examples of the intertwining of pharaonic art with Roman art in the city, and the most wonderful examples of funerary architecture. The area was given this name due to the large number of pottery remains and broken pieces that visitors left during their visit. Excavations began in this area since 1892. The cemetery was only found by chance on September 28, 1900.
في القناة تشجيعا لنا لنستمر بنشر
After his accession, he became known as Nebpet Ra, Lord of Power Ra. Amos Theophor's name is a combination of the syllable ah and the plural form amuse. The syllable ah indicates Yah. During his reign, he ended the invasion of the Hyksos and expelled them from the Delta region, and Thebes regained its sovereignty over all parts of Egypt and its territories previously subject to it from Nubia and Canaan. He reorganized the administration of the country, opened quarries, mines, and new trade routes, and started huge construction projects of a kind that had not taken place since the time of the Middle Kingdom. Amos' reign laid the foundations for the era of the New Kingdom, under which the Egyptian state reached its peak. See comments. Amos I, meaning born from Yah, was a king from ancient Egypt and the founder of the 18th dynasty. He was a member of the royal family of Thebes, the son of King Saknon Ra and the brother of the last king of the 17th dynasty, King Kamose. During the reign of his father or grandfather, Thebes rebelled against the Hyksos, the rulers of Lower Egypt. When he was 7 years old, his father was killed, and at about 10 when his brother died of unknown causes, and he only ruled for 3 years. Amos I took the throne after the death of his brother. After his accession, he became known as Nebpet Ra, Lord of Power Ra. Amos. See comments. The spoils of Ammonius or Hatshepsut, any favorite concubine of Ammonius over the ladies, or the concubine of Ammonius, Dora the princesses. The most prominent queens who ruled Egypt, and their most powerful influence. Its rule was a significant point not only in the history of the 18th dynasty, but also in the entire history of ancient Egypt. Origin and family history: colored limestone head from the Osiris statue of Queen Hatshepsut. Ammonius Hatshepsut, an ancient Egyptian ruling queen, who is the 5th in the sequence of kings of the 18th dynasty, ruled after the death of her husband, King Thutmose II, as a. See comments. Guardian of the young King Thutmose III at first and then as the queen and daughter of the god Ammonius after she published a story that she inscribed in her temple in Deir el-Bahari saying that she was as a result of an intimate meeting between Ammonius and her mother, Queen Amos. Manetho confuses her arrangement and places her after Amenhotep I in the middle of the 18th dynasty. King Amos I, the owner of the great victory in liberating Egypt from the Hyksos, is the great-grandfather of Hatshepsut, and the founder of the 18th pharaonic dynasty to which she belongs. And Hatshepsut was the legitimate heir to the throne of the country, as there was no legitimate male heir, but she had a half-brother from her father, Thutmose II, from a secondary wife named Mutnofret. See comments. The idea of carving a statue to represent the Renaissance of Egypt in that important political period in Egypt's history came to artist Mahmoud Mukhtar in 1917. During 1918 to 1919, he began to carve a large statue half the size of the current statue, and when he completed it, he displayed it in 1920 at the annual Fine Arts Exhibition in Paris, and won the admiration of the arbitrators and pioneers interested in the art of sculpture. It happened that Saad Zaghlul and his companions from the Waft Party went to France, specifically Paris for the first time. Visited the Fine Arts Gallery, saw the Egyptian statue, admired it, and wrote to Egypt encouraging its residence in Cairo, and the Council of Ministers approved it on June 25, 1921. The Egyptian people also contributed to a public subscription for its residence. Then the government completed the expense